Hi, I'm Kari, and today I want to show you a easy sequence for self-care for tight shoulders. And my cat Bucky is right there, and I've got some chickens in the background. Oh, I said your name, didn't I? Okay, so I'm going to show you a simple sequence for softening up tight shoulders, and my shoulders are always tight. So I can tell you that this has worked well for me, and I hope it works well for you. We're going to begin by doing some simple shoulder circles, which are basically, if you consider this the tip of your shoulder, you're taking that tip and you're drawing circles in the air. So don't worry too much about moving the arms around. Just move the shoulders around as much as you can. And what I want you to focus on is making the circles as big as you can. And as you do them, just really feel a good stretch and movement in all directions of those muscles. And do it the other way. Good. And you can do that for longer if your shoulders are really tight, but I feel like mine have warmed up a bit, so I'm going to move on to the next step, which is a little bit counterintuitive. I take my shoulders and I press them up towards my ears and I tense them there for 5 to 10 seconds, depending. And the idea behind this is that if you hold something up and you tense a muscle, so we're going to squeeze it near our ears, hold it up and tense it, then when you relax it, the nervous system is going to tell the muscle to relax, and it could actually relax deeper than it was before when it was tense. So just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Ooh. And when you release, you should feel that that muscle is quite warm, a lot warmer than it was even just after the shoulder circles. And if your shoulders are very tight, you might need to do that a few times. That's going to be a theme. And you can also do the opposite direction where you press your shoulders down toward the ground. Harder to see, but I'm pressing my shoulders down toward the ground and tensing them in that position to also engage that neurological response of relaxation after movement. Good. And now for this next part, I'm going to prop up my arm so that I can work my shoulder in a softened position. So even though I'm not doing much with my shoulders right now, they're just relaxed, still the trapezius that runs along my neck, down my shoulder, is just in a neutral but still tensed position, right? It's holding up the weight of my arm and shoulder. And if I prop it up on something, then it no longer has to have that tension and it gets to soften up, and then we can work the fibers apart a little bit more easily. So I'm going to kneel on the ground for this so that I can use my porch chair to prop my arm up. Okay, so when you prop your arm up, you just want to make sure that the fibers in your muscles on your shoulder feel softer than they were when your arm was just hanging. So if you prop it up and relax it, and this is also why I don't have it just held up, because then the muscles are engaging and they're tight and activated and not really helping me to relax them the way I want to in order to soften up that tension. And then I take my flat hand and put it kind of between my shoulder blades and then just slowly draw it forward while pressing down with some good firm pressure all the way up to my collarbone. And then I do that again. And you can even pause and just keep pressing gently but firmly on areas that are tighter. You'll know what feels good for where your shoulders are at right now. And just keep working it until, and you can do some squeezing too. I like to do squeezing. And then when you put your shoulders down, you can kind of see how one feels different than the other, and if it feels looser than before, and then do the same thing to the other side. All right, I hope this helps you a lot. Hang in there and keep those shoulders loose between massages and everything, and stay healthy, everyone. Bye. Gorgeous girls. Yeah, you don't like me. Oh, but what is this black one right here? Oh, that's not a chicken at all. That's a kitty cat.